Okay, hello everybody. So today is the first day after my first chemo treatment. So a slight recap. It took 6 hours yesterday. They took their time to make sure that, there wouldn't be any bad reactions from the chemo treatment. Everything went well. Afterwards, they did put on a OnPro, this little device it's an injection to help my white blood cell count. It's for my immune system. And let me tell you, when we put it on, when the needle pricked, I did jump. It did sting. Let's just say I'm glad that it's going to be like the little small, not quite it'll be little tiny shots from here on out after this one, but this one will be going off tonight about 7 o'clock. Well, no, actually about 7:40, and it's going to be like a slow release.
The needle's like one of those to check your blood sugar if you have diabetes.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like that it's that size needle.
Okay, so I was just informed that the type of needle it is, it's like one of those that you use for your blood sugar.
Like the size of it.
It's the size of it that you would use for the blood sugar to check your diabetes. But it is definitely interesting. And so the little green light is flickering, and as long as it stays green, we're good to go. Now, so since I've got all of this stuff going, now I do have a little notebook that I'm going to start journaling in within my diet and how I'm feeling each day. So last night after I had my treatment and I got this little guy on, when we left, we went over to Costco to get some water. Okay, a bunch of water. So I can start drinking a lot more. And we also got some thermometers to make sure that, we've got plenty around the house in case I run a temperature. I was informed that if I am over 100.4 to call into the clinic, because, so that way we can make sure I don't get any kind of infection. Because right now, as it sits with this chemo going through, I have no immune system. It's killing my white blood cell count, but that's what this little injection thing is for, is to help build my white blood cell count. Now, I am drinking teas that will help with that. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to jump over here to my teas really quick. All right, now, because I got these prepared the other day, and I even talked to my pharmacist about it, and she is checking to make sure that we have got, that none of these will have any kind of bad reaction. But she said as long as it's herbal, which all of this is, it shouldn't be a problem. So I've got this big bottle right here. And this one has got red clover, which is for cancer prevention. It balances out the alkaline in the skin and the blood. It also has hawthorn berries. Hold on a second. Let me grab my little list. So it's got the hawthorn berries, which nourishes the muscles after... to help with the heart. And then it's got horsetail to strengthen the arteries. It's got calendula for tissue repair, motherwort, which helps the cardiovascular system, and skullcap for the nervine for the cardio, and oat straw, which works on the heart with vitamin minerals, and it helps circulate, which is actually all really good because apparently with this chemo, it may have an effect on my heart, which they will be monitoring. So that is a plus. And then we have got this big one, and that one has got raspberry leaf, nettle leaf, peppermint, and rose hip. And then I have got another one that is cancer fighting, and that one has got a lemon balm, sheep sorrel, oregano, calendula, which with the calendula, it acts as an anti-inflammatory as well. And we've got the horehound, the hibiscus, and I popped that in there for the vitamin C because my body I can't have like a lot of vitamin C, but just enough. So, I've got a little bit of vitamin C in there. and then slippery elm bark. And then I've also got another one that has got a burdock root. Well, the jar is empty because it was my decoction. It's got burdock root, licorice root, slippery elm, sheep sorrel, and horehound. So I've already actually been drinking the cancer fighting one, and it is bitter. I will give it that. But because our body is so used to having like the sweet and sour, or like the sweet and the sour, or the spicy, that our body is like, it's not used to the bitterness. But actually, bitter is actually really good for our bloodstream. It's actually very good for our nervous system. Anyway, so I've got my teas. I also, because my doctor had informed me that, well, the nutritionist said that even with my diet, that all I have to do is add in a little bit of vitamin D. So I did go by Costco and I got some vitamin D. Now, a good friend of my husband's, when he found out that I had been diagnosed with breast cancer, his name is John Goss, him and his wife Chandra, they sent over some SMS, which is supposed to be cancer fighting killing. It's all natural. I have been doing a little bit more research into it. It's literally a plant-based. It is gluten-free, vegan formula. I even sent information of both of those over to my nutritionist so that way she can take a look and see. But it's supposed to be really good, so I'm excited to give it a try. But I'm waiting until I get a little bit more into with all this chemo stuff. Come on, Happy, let's go on out. There we go. He has been following me around all over the place. Well, as they say, and dogs know when their human is not doing well. So, and one thing I'm going to keep in my bag, my son let me take his little Switch. Though yesterday, because of everything going on, and I was so curious and just reading up on things, I didn't even play with it. But I will be playing with it. I'll keep it in my bag, so that way I do have that option.
Especially since you have Tetris on it.
Yeah, especially since I have Tetris on it. All right, well, so anyway, back to how I was feeling last night. We went to Costco. I took it easy. It was nauseous. I will tell you, I don't know what it was. It's probably within the medication somewhere. But there was a lot of burps, and I do not like to burp, and there was a lot of it.
There still is.
There still is. Definitely within the medication portion, because I don't, no. But I was definitely tired. I took it easy, got cold pretty easily, but other than that, not too shabby. Then I slept well. I woke up this morning. As you can tell, can't really tell now, but like earlier this morning, my face was like red. And then actually my chest still is a little bit red. But I am home now with my kids. We went out, ran some errands. And I am just going to be relaxing the rest of the evening. Here in a couple of hours, well, like I said, about 7:40, the slow injection will start going, and then I will be removing that, putting that into a little can so I can take it over to Fred Hutch so they can dispose of it because it does have a needle. But I've got a little tray of snacks. So that way I will have my little snacks throughout, at least until supper time. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for your support and for reaching out. This is definitely an experience, and I will be taking it day by day. So, until next time, you guys have a great evening.